there's a section of the fan base who just can't get out of the, we used to have Mourinho, we used to have Ancelotti, we used to have, who just can't get out there. And so every time something goes wrong, their mindset is, I don't know why this coach, why are we here? Do you understand? And in my opinion, I think he's just playing stupid. Yeah, that's my first opinion about it.
I think it's more of the coach already accepting that he wants to leave, because that's what I was going to ask you.
It was a clear idea before you signed a deal, and you knew what the deal was.
And accepted.
Yeah. And then a season on, because you have made top 4, you then felt like, I now can negotiate because of what I've achieved. And the club are going, no, this was not the direction we said we were going to go. So in that regard, if in the case of Maresca is going, I can't take this anymore, I have to ask, what can't you take anymore?
You don't beat me now.
That's not institution. I don't know. I don't know. Say
you're gonna be too passive. You're gonna be too passive. When they won't use you, you go bring pizza committee.
I mean, you know.
If you found it's because we're boring. It's fake.
No. Give me 5 million.
You understand?
You know, the guys are like characters in a film. It's like a weekly TV show. I think the camaraderie between the guys, myself, Ini, IBK, Wale, of course, as well as Rufai, creates an interesting dynamic that I think the viewers certainly relate to.
CHP over the years has been a necessity, still is a necessity, you know, at a time where everything feels fast and regurgitated.
Our cultural space was craving realness, heritage, and intention, and that is why I'm able to be myself on the podcast.
Oh yeah, now predict that now.
I've seen games like this.
We've
been able to move with clarity to deliver something with restraint, depth, and timeless wit. And in many ways, we've been able to reset the standard to show what is possible from an African cultural and storytelling perspective.
In the first half,
I don't know the game that you watched, but in that first half, the team that looked like they were going to score the most was us.
For us, it's not punditry, it's artistry. There's a self-awareness to what we're doing. For us, we're driving our cultural nuances in every single conversation, and I think that's what we keep trying to do. THP at Season 6 is a proof that when your product is sharp and your values are intact and your timing is intentional, you have a chance of building something that is authentic.
We're playing a different game, not one based on virality or chasing the algorithm, but one built on value.
We're not looking to scale at all costs. We're building substance, and we want that to scale over time.
After 6 solid years with the guys, I realized that we are not just a sports show that's entertaining, but an entertainment show that truly knows sport. I'm sure you know that already.
He just needs more oil. I will call it down 70,000. I said, this guy, he would never make it. But all of this means nothing if no one is ready to receive it. And that's where you, the viewers, come in.
Thank you for allowing us to play our position and allowing our work to speak for itself.
So every now and then I go somewhere to different places and someone recognizes you, and that totally humbles me because of the fantastic community we've been able to build.
All of this is not enough without you guys.
Thank you and welcome.
Welcome to Season 6.
Hello, everybody. Welcome along to our Hindsight Podcast Studios. I am UV, and so one of it, the metronome. It is often said the people who you choose to spend holidays with are family or like family. And in the last 6 years of this show, the guys have not spent more festive time with each other, never mind recording an episode on New Year's Day. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome you, the THP community, to the Hindsight Podcast in 2026. Starting off with TikTok favorite and everyone's favorite senior man, Mr. Inyobong Monday. Next up, the man who's got 250,000 followers on X. And of course, he's a Twitter sweetheart as well. Double award-winning podcaster, Mr. IBK Sports.
Always a pleasure.
And last but not the least, the man who's never mind like 1, 2, or 3, always efficient. The man who's an A&R.
Boy.
Mr. Olakune Rufai. Gentlemen, it is a pleasure to welcome everybody to 2026. What a delight to see everybody in a new year. And you know, we're getting older, we're getting wiser, getting stronger.
You know where he said quarter of a million followers. I thought you were going to say $250,000. I'm like, right.
Yeah, it's a quarter million followers.
What's going on?
You know, it's a smart way to say. instead of saying 250,000.
Yeah, of course,
No,
of
no,
course.
When I was young, I was seeing newspaper headlines. Oh, something that we spent 0.5 million. I think just like 500,000.
Bro, like
Which one is 0.5 million?
I'd rather say I have 500,000 than 500.
Exactly.
I just want using
there's
this. Why
million inside.
But I think you should actually pay me for the packaging I give you on the show. Right?
You blow.
Which job you say you be blood? There's a make you pay. You say you be blood.
I give you because I got a feedback that IBK's intro is always very good. Right?
Yes, now you don't know. It's because you don't know. Now he's hiding it from you. IBK takes your when he's speaking to those brands that reaches out to him. He takes your whatever and says so.
Cut my intro and send to them. Actually,
IBK shows them. He says so. Yeah. He goes say when the brands then call him, he go in for meeting. You say I have a presentation. Yeah. You got play. I say hold on.
That's my.
You know that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. You say, here it comes. You say hold on. It's coming now.
Like the best way you be say make you reach out to me.
Yeah.
I just said very see you are from UB, so you don't know waiting they sub. You don't know my price. You don't know all of these things. And I think
I'm not telling your price, so
yeah, I think UB has done well in terms of branding everyone the right way, the good way. So
it's the job of the microphone.
Yeah.
I celebrate grace.
The only thing where you find it talk about me now saying I'll be retired sugar daddy. See, I know they do give away.
Well, but not true. You get one time where every time I wake up,
every time I open Twitter, I say
I just
if
say
you have not won.
I try to look at everybody's.
What do you want to have for breakfast today?
Let me know.
Me say need the breakfast now.
I mean, anybody where IBK don't give breakfast is probably come
true.
But I think it's only right that we make a toast to the new year. Wale brought us some good wine. Well, I can't find the wine, but yeah. IBK, this is some.
Show the name of the.
Give me the wine, please.
God, bring
wine. Nollywood not going to hide it.
I beg go, man, don't go drag us. Bandana wearing hipsters.
Wale brought us some good wine. It's very good. So cheers to the new year. To good things, to happiness,
to good things.
Small.
To a healthy life.
To a healthy life, yeah.
Inshallah.
To more money.
Yep.
Very important.
Much more money.
Yep.
Very important.
More deals.
More women.
Very important, yeah.
No. Less women.
Yeah. Less women.
No.
Less women, less headache.
No, you. More women. You don't marry now.
So less women, and I can tell you for free, right?
It is with more, and I'll decide what I'm going to stay with. You don't marry now. You don't make your own decision. Me, I never make my own.
Man, you don't see the same way you say make I marry your ex.
You see where we analyze?
You say make I marry your ex.
No. You see where we analyze? Why would they analyze? You say,
man, if you don't date her, and I hear G say, if I don't date my baby before, but you won't marry. Bros, I'm stopping that marriage.
No. I think
nothing will make me continue.
Why they paint Rufai like say Rufai
no.
Satan?
No, they paint me anyhow. I like it. It's a good thing because anywhere where una put me, I deliver my polling units.
What is trying to say is that if the bed no pass the 5 standard, that means you will give a problem. You understand?
No, they understand. No worry.
No. What he says is that Rufai is a good filter.
No, waiting at the top, we say, car with they talk, they causing our talks. Naturally, Nigerian use.
Idiot.
Anyway,
No. I think I agree with you. Cheers to more women.
They don't carry.
You see,
They don't carry your car enter like a bear. How they can't go there?
there are some people, however, if they tell me they want to sell the Nigerian use, I'd rather buy than buy some Tokumbo. There's some people I know.
Where did they live?
No, there's some people I know.
So you be someone want car dealers, and I think I need to start the year like that. Car dealers are beg. If you ship in a car at Stokes, park the car till you get a buyer.
Yeah.
Tokumbo car don't reach Abuja. He don't reach Ilashe. He don't reach.
They will say
Kano.
As in, they will say not registered came in 2022.
Yeah.
Or you don't think I'll go do wedding
Yeah.
for Akure.
Yeah.
You don't think I'll go wedding for Asaba.
There is that. So I think what has happened with that is I'm not a car dealer, but I can tell that the advent of a lot of car stands now don't sell cars. So the guys that have, I think it's happened with the
car stands don't sell
a lot of cars don't sell. A lot of car stands don't sell cars because
but they advertise them.
you advertise them.
Yeah.
Obviously, you get.
So
The guys actually drive around, right, marketing those cars.
Okay.
So there's a bit of a democratization of the car business.
Okay.
So what you're saying is that you have a car, you drive it to the car stand,
Yeah,
the car stand helps you display. It's not like the car stand itself has their own car.
Have their own cars. You
that
get
they've
so
imported.
So
you
can
want to
have
sell
like
your car, you
can
take
have
it
like
to the
10
car
people, 10 different people there.
Yeah.
Before if you grow up, you know one person can get his car stand. You get so.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys.
I
something.
get it now.
Let me tell you guys something. It's a New Year episode, right? And I think our viewers do not understand. I think our viewers do not understand.
What's in Ayala?
I mean, not transformer. I didn't charge this phone. I give only a phone like 20-something%.
Yeah.
15 minutes and he said don't reach 82%.
Yeah.
Bro.
Wale carries at least. Wale carries at least.
Now transformer. I did charge.
Wale carries at least 20 cables, right?
God.
It has a data cable, has a high power cable, so I think that cable is probably a 15.
What I was going to say was that people don't understand like what it takes. You see how you see our comment section were like, man, back-to-back episode, love it. Like people don't understand what it takes to like actually roll those episodes out. I'm looking behind the scenes. I'm looking at our guys behind the cameras. Like people are sleeping, yawning. Like
shout out to TJ.
Can barely stand. Big shout out to TJ, man. It's like
TJ was frozen like
bro. TJ, it
was in a
camera and it crashed.
It was in a loop.
I thought they said,
I just
it almost
see,
come on.
I just say our sound guy they yawn.
Wait till it almost come on, TJ. You did the same place for 10 minutes.
It was in a loop, man.
Bro,
It literally. So
It almost come on.
I'll give you guys an inside story, right? It takes a lot of commitment to film back-to-back episodes.
Yep.
And actually, I'm a young man. I love it, right? Because again, I don't have an immediate family, so my time is pretty flexible. For this man, it's not as easy. There's a baby at home, there's a wife at home.
Wale as well.
For Wale as well, it's not as easy.
Wale cannot pass
wife
that
at home, baby at home. For IBK, I don't know.
Very easy.
Concubines at home.
Concubines at home, right? Rufai, I don't know. Rufai lives in like 3 houses, so sometimes his clothes might be, his dress might be somewhere, and whatever it is.
Right,
but for me, I love it.
In Lagos, you have to.
But the point is that it actually takes a lot of commitments and love for doing what you do to come out and film. I totally enjoyed the run we've had, this AFCON period.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't say this. Don't see.
Like competitive game.
I am not Beno Asuikoto.
You remember Beno Asuikoto?
Yeah.
They
Is it what are we playing for? Is it not for money?
I'm playing for money.
But you know how football players say that. Football players say that.
You're
They
not gonna
spend
get-
more time with each other than with our families.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like in the last 1 week or 2 weeks, that has pretty much been the case where
Absolutely.
we're waking up literally, from there to the
Absolutely.
studio. And so
Absolutely.
I mean it's a pleasure for me to spend that much time with you guys. You guys are great guys. And I'm sure the guys love it as well, who have been watching.
Your mom don't like me like that. That competitive
No,
game.
that's a lie. I laugh. I like to laugh. I like to have a good laugh. I enjoy laughing a lot, and I just realized that it's when I come here that I laugh that much. Every time I come to record, like it feels like I'm elongating my life
And
because I laugh a lot.
My mom actually enjoys every episode you're on.
I laugh a lot.
We talk about senior man every time, but it's also true and actually true
that what
that IBK no really like me like that. Na competitive game. Na why he dey here.
I agree.
But we dey talk about senior man
wait,
since.
but wait.
See, Rufai,
Would you
I
rather
love you like
play,
mad.
Would you rather I play meaningless friendly games than play the games that
Well,
matter?
you your talent.
No, I'm just saying.
Wale,
Say they hear your talent.
I'm just
You do, yeah?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Would you rather I play meaningless friendly games.
How you go there play match if you don't train?
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking literally.
Yeah, your talent.
No, I'm talking literally.
You don't hear Kobe Manu.
Kobe Manu.
Now your brother gonna come out the ocean say
Free
senior man.
Free senior man.
Guys,
You get
we should stop this nonsense you are doing.
free senior man.
Stop this nonsense you are
Kobe
doing.
Manu.
No, obviously, I'll take an injection for the team.
So
I take an injection, you can bandage my ties. I do a job for the team regardless.
someone asked me.
Declan.
Someone DM me and said, why you not on the AFCON episode? I said I'm cup tied.
Cup tied, though. Brand tied, everything.
See, I'm cup tied. Like football has an explanation for everything in life.
I love that.
Terms for everything.
Absolutely brilliant.
I said I'm cup
yeah,
tied.
that was a perfect decision of
Bro,
you.
no, football has
Somebody said, Semenyo played against Chelsea last week. He was like, hey, you want to move to Man City? He said, what are we doing to this kind of who allowed this kind of nonsense happen? Bro, no, football, top drawer. Honestly, I was telling somebody that, look, in the end, right, speaking about, how much time we spend together in this festive period, and I say one of the blessings of life is to live close to your work, right? It is a huge blessing in life to live close to work, where your commuting time is very short, to live close to your siblings, your family.
Yeah,
right.
I think that's like the biggest.
Never mind this nonsense that's happening in the world where we're all jackpot.
That's the biggest blessing.
Families are being split across continents.
Like,
I say,
mad, bro. It's
I
very
say it all the
sad.
time. I always say, and I mean it. God, I want you to bless me, but I don't want a blessing that keeps me away from my family.
Some parents
I say it all the time. Like, I don't want the kind of blessing that I'm in one part in the west.
I'm like in Australia.
My family is in the east.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
I'll tell you something.
I
right?
want that blessing, but not that type.
I'll tell you something, right? I think it's brilliant what you said, and it's important to pray about it. But I'll tell you, like, beyond prayer, like, I'm committed to working to make sure that I don't have to stay too far from my family.
Yeah.
Like, it's important.
We're at the house party, we're having games night, and we actually went to this place. I think it's called Giwa Gardens. I don't mind giving them the free app. Right. So we all came back and we're just having a chit chat, a debrief, so to speak. And I said, one of the things I want to do is to live close to my family, because I think that life is too short to scatter and cross.
Absolutely.
If I have the opportunity, I'll take that. So if you offered me, $1 million to live somewhere in another continent that is maybe 12 hours different from my family, and you offered me $200K, you understand? I'll probably take the $200K to live close to my family, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And there was
People won't understand.
There was a girl who is a babe who pulled me back later and said, that comment you made is actually very, is one of the things I hold very dear, right? I can't lie to you, right? She scored a point.
She did. I was going to say that, but I see.
But what actually said this is because I said, why I actually thought about all of this is one of the blessings in life also is when you have the privilege of working with people that you actually like.
Yeah.
You get that's another.
It's a
privilege.
blessing.
Yeah. Some people walk into offices, they absolutely taste everything.
They always have issues.
And I agree because one of my bosses back in New York, you used to tell us that, he had something in his life. There was a phase in his life that he had a blessing. Yeah. What looked like a blessing. But when he reported to work, everybody was, in his words, an uncompromising antagonist in the workspace. Like, I would not, it's the first time I heard somebody put those two words together. He said everybody was an uncompromising antagonist. And having to wake up and go to that space every day, he said it wasn't good for his health. It wasn't good for his health because you just realize that as I'm here now, that person doesn't want me to
doesn't want me to be.
So it's not a good thing.
I'm of this school of thought. I remember when my brother got a job, some years back, and he was always complaining about the toxic environment of the work, and I'm always very harsh on him. Like, bro, everybody they find money. No, they talk this kind of thing for my ear. No, they do all this kind. But in the end, I now realize that you really cannot, bro. It talks the environment alone. It's like the pressure alone gives. And like you said, life is too short for you to be going, because the honest is that people you work with, literally see them more. That's the funny. You spend more time with them than your family. So they're actually your indirect family in the end. So imagine you are going somewhere where people want you to fail. People want you to.
Papa.
A friend told me that he resigned. He resigned. A friend told me yesterday that he resigned from his work.
It was you. I was talking to now, where I said I was speaking to Luz last time we played football. Big shout out to Luz, and he's like,
shout out to Luz, anyways. Top man.
Oh yeah, I became
when he seems IBK how far you did, I say how far.
So now,
yeah.
I think you are talking about Eddie now.
Even
Luz.
Yeah,
really.
Luz.
Yeah, because Luz follows our podcast, but it's like you will never see Luz in the comments, but he sees our, So Luz was like, see, the truth is that people, when it comes to like making decisions, and when it comes to like the top men making hiring decisions, people will lean towards convenience over competence.
I
told you, and it's facts. See, if a top guy is trying to hire maybe an executive assistant, or is trying to hire somebody that works in one of their most important companies or whatever, this guy is so competent. He has all this huge CV and everything. But this guy, I know him. I like him. His temperament is good. I know his character. He's not going to steal from me. He works well with people. He has good.
Yeah.
They would rather go with this guy because they are not going with the guy. The guy doesn't have any competence at all. No, this other person is more competent than this guy. But I know that. I know this guy. I know his character. He will be coachable. Yeah. He will be. I would have a better environment. I would rather work with somebody I know. I can tell him what to do.
Because he's my guy.
Yeah. Because so I would, and even on the bad days, I do says like on the bad days, we're having a bad day. I feel tell this guy about leave this work. Maybe we just sit down, just get one bottle, we could chop first.
Yeah, of course.
We'll come back to this.
Of course.
You understand? So people will
true.
lean towards convenience over competence. So it is at the end of the day, it is the people that you have. It is people closest to you. It's your family. It's your friends. It's people you work with. Those are the moments at the end of the day.
That's why I never understand when people say, I'm an introvert. Oh, I don't like making friends. Oh, I like staying with myself. It's just a sure way to fail.
There's some genuine people like that.
No. It's a sure way to fail. You know why? Because in the end, if I want to hire somebody for something, and I don't know where to start from, before I can say, let me put it on social media, I reach out to you guys first.
Of course, now, of course.
I'm
That's
like,
what happens every time.
Rufai, do you know somebody who can do
That's
this?
what happens every time.
You know?
That's what happens every time.
So if
on the highest and lowest levels.
if you are going to say, I'm going to stay with myself, there's a high chance you don't put yourself, even with the highest level of competence, there's a high chance you will not be in position to be able to access certain jobs and certain opportunities because you like to keep to yourself. There's a reason the Bible says, ask and it shall be given. Seek and it shall find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. You do not, there are certain accesses you will never have.
Except you speak.
You speak, except you ask. And you cannot ask people on the road. You have to ask people you know.
Yeah.
You have to ask friends. You have to ask family. So that idea of, I like to think that I'm an introvert. I like to think I like to stay with myself. But I don't stay with myself enough not to realize that I need people around me. So once in a while, I reach out to this guy. I check in on this guy. Hey, what's up now? How you doing? What's up? So it's because God did not create us. We cannot function by ourselves. No matter how talented you are, no matter how gifted you are.
You can't function by yourself.
You can't function by You cannot go about saying, I've got talent. Don't worry, they'll find me.
It's impossible.
Find
you for real.
That's why. Just to wrap up this a bit of life coaching sessions. Life coach.
Life coach. They bought me. They bought me. Life coach.
30 years old life coach.
I'm 30. You are 30. So you're a life coach.
What are you coaching me?
I don't understand.
You don't dare before. You be rumorle.
92 then born you. 92 then born. What's all this problem? What's all this nonsense people are doing? You understand? Anyway, I saw. First of all, as far as life goes, right? I spent good time with a friend yesterday, and I told her, look, don't let any of those end of year blues catch you.
friend.
You understand?
But move on.
A friend of mine. Move on.
Yeah, move on.
Right.
And I told her.
Right. And I said, yeah, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes
I said I
sir.
go hear him, and I told her, I say,
No,
before
what
you
you
go
concern
talk,
you?
Why I go spend?
Your friend they miss.
now why you won't spend New Year?
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Doing what?
I will not call you. Say, I can come your house. We don't of you went to you. We have met here. We don't met today. I don't call you again after we meet here. So we spent time together. I was leaving. I said, look, there is a human tendency to like feel the end of year blues, that kind of thing. Things things you haven't done, or things that's still outstanding.
Yeah, exactly.
And one of my mentors tells me all the time. He says, when the devil puts something in your mind about things you have not done, he says your job is to remind the devil, see what God has done for me. This. The more you say this, you understand?
Totally.
Anyway, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And I think I remember a phenomenon I came across. I learned it last year actually about. It's called Sonder, right? Or Sonder. It depends on how you pronounce it. Sonder. It's a phenomenon where everyone you see in life has a unique life, distinct, have their challenges, have their aspirations. Basically, it happens like if you're driving and you see tons of people. Each and every single person has their own ambitions, their family, their struggles, and you are a background in their own. You are like background in their own main story.
When you watch a football game,
you get,
and they show you the stands. You get when they show you the stands and you can't see anybody's face, you can only see that people did there. That's how you are to them.
Exactly. You are just like that background, so you can check it out. It's called Sonder. But yeah, that's it, right? Gentlemen, I want to thank you very much indeed, right?
Yeah,
for making it out on New Year's Day. Let's start with Chelsea and
Let's
Enzo
start
Maresca.
what we have come here to do.
And shouts to Wale as well. I think he's not here, so it's important to push Wale in as well. Because when I speak about you guys, people, I think our community knows that Wale is very integral.
Don't fire Wale.
to the show as well.
What a man! What a man!
And I hope that this year,
What a woman.
I hope that this year Wale can mic himself up, right?
Yeah.
So
I think he should.
Stop saying him backstage.
So what
and-
happened-
I've said it for 3 years.
What happens? Why Wale is not interested in micing himself? Wale has a reputation with our viewers. He knows if he mics himself regularly, that reputation will be
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Wale is the
He
most
doesn't,
notorious
he doesn't
person
want
on
them
this
to
entire set.
know that Naim no gets us pass
Yeah.
for this set.
You
Always
get-
want to say Naim gentle,
Say
Naim.
Wale
Anyway,
na
some
nice
people have started finding out on the
group, of course.
on the
That group.
community listen. They don't know say Naim gonna be troublemaker.
Yeah.
Wale Sabi make trouble.
Wale is
Wale.
trouble.
Any small thing, you don't
instigator.
tag me. You don't tag me.
Instigator.
I don't almost block him for Facebook for WhatsApp. Any small thing, you don't tag me.
Right.
Why you go say if you know Siam, make you go see this thing by force.
Anyway, shouts to
Top
Wale.
man.
Top
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Right.
Top man.
Let's start with
Top
Chelsea
woman.
and Enzo Maresca. Just
Jim.
before we
Top
step into the
woman.
studio, last night I saw a story by Jacob Ben. It's
Yeah.
interesting, when you make a reputation for yourself, as being a purveyor of authentic
First-hand
news.
news.
You
Ben
understand?
Jacobs, you mean?
Yeah.
Ben Jacobs.
Ben Jacobs.
And that's why a lot of people invite me to come to my podcast now. I'll be a guest. I say I'm not. I don't say I'm not going to come, but I'm just like, there's some stories I see on my podcast. I don't want to be a part of that.
Now why did you video abuse?
That's set up. Right. You see Abike on all his mushroom.
Say na mushroom.
How about you talk that thing?
Mushroom. How about you?
How about you say we don't want our players to be going to mushroom leagues.
Mushroom league.
From the chief mushroom league.
Guy.
From the chief mushroom
Bro.
league.
How about you? What a guy.
You don't want that player to be
They don't want the players to go to mushroom league.
Your league, they're playing in rice plantation.
You see?
They're playing your league in rice plantation.
You say mushroom league, you get mushroom and rice. Which one they go for? Stable side.
But they don't put it out before they come
Baba,
forth.
put it out.
Before they come and insult us again. You're playing your league in rice plantation. They call person mushroom league. Your Tanzanian league is better than your league. Zambian league is better than your league.
So you want players to go from here to Man United, Chelsea?
What are you one guy a few years ago he used to play for Aqua United. That's how he moved to Tunisia. He called the media office and said, "Phone God go punish him."
Okay, you don't tell us this, bro.
The God go punish you now for that league.
Now nonsense that they do for there.
This year has got the work for you.
I won't kill myself for now. I not even they appreciate.
Nothing.
I don't go play maybe say small. I go shoot one ball. And if he even give you money for that shot.
It's when
That's why I always tell you prosperity. Prosperity.
When you leave Nigeria, some prayer point just stop.
Yes, now.
Europe.
I've said it before.
Europe.
I said a lot of people who are, and that's not being disrespectful to them. A lot of people are pastors in this country. If they were pastors abroad, they will not have members.
Yes, now.
A lot of them.
A lot. See.
They will not, nobody will listen to them.
Any.
Because that thing you are telling them, divine favor,
Any.
divine protection. Or you people like, and we all need divine protection. We all need divine favor. But the reality is that it's not a prayer topic in that space.
Let me tell you.
It's a society that believes in cause and effect.
Yes,
They believe in actions and consequences.
Yeah.
They believe that if I work hard, I will be rewarded. And the reality is that 9 out of 10, they get rewarded.
That's Newton's love. That's Newton's third law of motion.
A friend of mine he moved from Bendel Insurance to a club in Egypt. I'll not mention his name. And the guy was like,
I'll go and Google the last.
Baba, you know VCM, no worry. We don't get records, no worry.
Oh, you don't get records.
You don't get records. Say Bendel shall say no be if you no be there and get the boy self. Now when you want to transfer, you go no
That
get
coach, the coach I used to want to be top journalist.
Now Bendel Insurance coach.
Monday Odigwe,
I think it's at, is it Bayelsa United now?
So the guy,
that guy, they go ask that question. They go say, I don't know what are you asking.
But when the guy traveled to Egypt, so he was like a professional footballer should not even touch his salary because it was like all these match bonuses.
Also, you touch my own.
No, like all the even Okocha said it
Okocha said something
that
similar,
if you are part of the team, you don't have any reason to touch your salary.
Yeah, but that's true.
That's the truth.
Okocha said something similar. Okocha said his how did he say? I think he said his salary or was he sign up?
Yeah, he said he never touched his salary.
Never touched
that
it.
He never touched
that
his
what
salary.
he lived on.
Mad bonuses.
He said
Yeah,
You know,
mad
and
bonuses.
I think Okucha also mentioned that, when you play for clubs, there are a lot of incentives you get.
Yeah,
Yes, now that's
a
tough.
lot. When you travel,
goals,
flight tickets
away,
for
all
your
those
family,
things.
tickets for games.
Yeah, of course.
So you
example,
necessarily
you have a
don't
box.
need to spend a lot of money of your
For
own.
example, a lot of these top players, they have like Saka. I'm sure has a box at the Emirates.
Yeah, of course.
No,
We
yeah,
invite people.
that's the top ones.
You understand? So you don't really necessarily need to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why when I saw that, he said, "Oh, Sima, you just say he did the heaviest spender." I said, "Okay."
Yeah.
Like money.
Yeah. Is this cash? Oh, totally.
And money shower.
I don't think
Buy anything you wanna buy.
I don't think it's the best example, but
You've earned the right to buy anything you want to buy.
when you get to anyway, leave it alone.
Moving on.
Not my face.
Don't press record like that.
Yeah, if you don't record anything, since as you say, you don't press record. Foolish guy.
If you don't press record, you know they've been record.
Wale don't show.
Now priority record now.
Wale don't show. I became Pepe.
I don't wake up see many Chris.
For this December.
What do you mean?
For this December.
Wale don't show. I became Pepe.
I say which guy will allow with this one like
You know how when
They don't tell you.
But I think he loves it. I
wasn't on that show.
I think he loves
So
it.
you know
You don't send you collaborator tag. Now I talk something about private part. You don't tell me
Look
collaborator.
at
I
it.
know how to. And then when I talk private part, now they tell me
Make I
collaborator.
put them on my page. Make I answer you.
I see the thing. I show my wife first. I say make she no go find out by herself. And then see what you
I got this idiot.
They tell me collaborate. I know how something today. I didn't go there today.
when you wake up, I lie on my phone like this on my bed. And it's just scroll. Say, THP, I did it and did well. I really look. Now I see me in the crowd, stand up.
What did they happen for
Let me get the context. I go YouTube straight. I say, okay.
bro?
I say, I got call. They say, Wale.
What's happen for you?
Not sure we they try to. Stop not saying you like do you. Anyway.
But they won't keep Gidi for that episode. They won't
But you
kill
don't
him.
talk anything bad.
But they say why you did the thing? Say I collect anything. They won't kill Gidi.
One of the most one of the most funniest episodes ever.
I feel like us.
Now remember we leak. You say,
I beg now.
you say, let's talk about it one time.
Okay, that one.
He carry food like.
You buy weedy. Because if like say you never learn.
You didn't say it was a
It's a
fit.
good
I say,
infrastructure. Right, say, good true.
Don't be you. What I go talk about? Oh God! Please let's move on.
It's the only composter. As a poster. I see like 24 likes. Oh my God. Nine. I can't when I say I be you now.
That's the way they find. Don't see him back.
Oh my God. See, oh my God. I said, no, wala. Anyway, I feel like I saw when I saw the Maresca story last week. Maresca was, I think Willie Caballero came out for an interview in the post-match conference.
Yeah, it was a Bournemouth game.
Yeah,
It was a
few days ago. And at the time, the excuse, it was on touchline for the entire game.
It wasn't.
It was on touchline.
For the Bournemouth game.
For the Bournemouth game.
It was.
Okay, it was a game before that. It was in the stands.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was on touchline for that game,
The
right?
Aston Villa game.
Yeah, that's
So-
Aston Villa game. Yeah, it was in the stands. Yeah.
I couldn't quite see why, he couldn't make it, max, 10 minutes press conference. So when the story comes out 14 hours after that Enzo is,
Sick.
he doesn't feel
Reconsidering.
he's considering options, things
Yeah.
like that. I remember last it was a week, 2 weeks ago when he made the comments after the Everton game and said, that since he has been here, the last 48 hours, he has not felt the support of some people.
Some people, yeah.
And
And I said it was the fans.
I said you are not sure who
You are not
is talking.
sure.
Yeah.
You are not
And
sure.
he did- and he made-
lie, but no talk.
You don't press record before you talk that.
and I think he was at pains to make sure that say, look, it's not the fans. The fans have been nice to me, and he actually said, you know what, he's not going to comment on that matter again. So he literally, skipped it. But there is always no smoke without fire, and I thought that was the beginning of something. And I think I texted, was it either Wally or so, like, I think a story came out that City,
There was, yeah.
story has come almost full circle. Of course, the next couple of days we'll see exactly where
What happens?
the direction of travel. But when I spoke to Rufai before the season started, I think you remember the conversation. I said, look, it was after the World Cup. I said, look, there are some entities at Chelsea, whether it's in the fan base or it's in a section of the board or whatever it is, that still they're constantly waiting for him to fail, so they can get on his back and say, you know what, that thing we told you about Enzo Maresca, this is it.
You think so?
Yeah, I told
No, in the fan base, there are a lot of that.
No, I'm not even talking the fan base. I'm talking hierarchy level.
No. So the thing is this: with the hierarchy level, you are never sure.
You
just see briefings. You see briefings on both sides. For example, when the story broke that Man City really like him and they want him, I think that's Maresca's people countering the briefing from the club. That's what I think. So with the hierarchy, you are never sure exactly what is going on until somebody bites the bullet and say, okay, we're sacking him, or I'm leaving, whatever.
But
So
from a fan's perspective, I hear it happens, but are they genuine fans of a club who want the club to lose football matches for the manager to be fired?
No. It's not.
There's a section of the fan base who just can't get out of the we used to have Mourinho, we used to have Ancelotti, we used to have, who just can't get out there. And so every time something goes wrong, their mindset is, I don't know why this coach, why are we here? Do you understand? So there's a section of that where they are just waiting. They're just waiting to be able to prove that we told you this guy wasn't good enough for this
yeah.
club. We told you that kind of thing. So there's that section of the
So
fan base.
I feel like it's a mix of both, right? And honestly, when I saw, Jacob Ben puts the story out, then of course, he wouldn't put a story out if there is some level of substance.
So what I would say is that, like I said, I think usually there's always briefing. I would be very much interested in what the Sky Sports guy puts out. Kavisoiko. Why is that?
But he's not more credible than Jacob Ben.
No, I'm not saying he's more credible.
Yeah.
I'm saying, in my opinion.
Have you seen what he said?
Who?
Kavisoliko.
What did he say?
He's tweeted in the last 1 hour.
Okay. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the last 1 hour. So what has he said?
Let me see. That was
Ben said.
No. I know. I read everything. Ben Maresca is considering his whatever. He doesn't. He wants to leave. And the reason I brought up, I'll be interested in what Kavisoiko would have said is because I think.
The Chelsea people use Kavisoiko to brief.
Yes. That's what I think. Obviously now, like I said, you don't really know.
Yeah.
But from what has happened before now.
So he tweeted 2 hours ago that there is no guarantee Enzo Maresca will be in charge of Chelsea's game at Man City on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
that's what he said.
That gives you that is not just a briefing, that is a summary briefing of his understanding of things, where things are. That is a briefing that gives you a sort of a definitive timeline of where things are. There is an immediacy.
Almost over.
Exactly. So that's why I said I would want to, because from everything that's happened before now.
Because if a manager doesn't attend a press conference after the game, right, it's either something has gone down between when the game finishes, right, in the tunnel where managers go to their offices, whatever.
Or at halftime.
Where was the game? Was the game Stamford Bridge?
Stamford Bridge. Or at halftime.
It's either the people were in his office waiting for him, right, or somebody has given him a talk down that he doesn't like, and he's like, you know what, I'm not in the mood to go out at the press conference. You understand? Or somebody has texted him and told, you know what, I want to see you in my office. Something like that. So what that tells me is that there's an acceleration of what happened 2 weeks ago. You get? Because I'm also sure that the people at Chelsea would not have been best pleased with the comments he made, because the club did put a briefing out, they fed the media and said, we actually don't know where Maresca is coming from. You remember the briefing before?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they're like, you know what? Why the hell would this guy put us in a situation where, we're almost like having to bat off things like that. So it's almost like a power tussle.
So here's what I would just say. My own opinion, briefings or no briefings. I think whatever happens, Maresca leaves, because again, why I said I wanted to hear what Kavisoiko would say is because I think that the club uses him to brief.
It's a preferred choice of
exactly.
Yeah.
And for him to come and say there's no guarantee, then that means that the club are actively open to we want this guy to go. And in my opinion, I think that is just plain stupid. I think it's just plain stupid, because at this point of the season, when you hire a guy like that, and for whatever reason, I don't know what agreement you had when he signed. For whatever reason, there's a disagreement in the middle of the season, his second season in charge. You have to, the onus is on you to manage the situation and say, okay, I think this guy is done here, but we're going to wait till the end of the season.
End of the season, yeah. I've seen many clubs do that.
Because I don't see, he leaves now, what do you do?
So Rufai,
where are you going to get a manager from?
I think it's plain stupid.
Rufai,
that's my first opinion about it.
I think it's more of the coach already accepting that he wants to leave, because
that's what I was going to ask you. What if is the manager who says,
there are some press conference that gives you idea of, sorry, hold on. There are some press conferences that give you an idea of, I think the coach has made up his mind. And immediately made that statement that there are some people that really that are having issues with him.
No, he said it's worse for 48 hours since he's been at the club.
So
he didn't feel support from some people.
It's just like what this guy did at Nottingham Forest. You have to have made up your mind for you to make some statement. We've seen Conte do that. We've seen this Nottingham Forest guy do that.
Fair.
I think it's more of there's already a decision that has been made. What can be worse than what I want to say?
So to answer that question,
and to be fair, Amorim made the same comment as well, where he was like, he was like he would leave, and it later came out in the off season that he was ready to resign, and he told him, look, Ruben,
which
Who are
is
behind you.
which is exactly what I mean. So even if the manager says, "Yo, I'm ready to walk away here," it is the club is supposed to go. So to answer your question, what if it is the manager? In that regard, I have to ask, what can't you take anymore? Because if we remember, 2 years ago, with the Pochettino situation, there was a clear idea before you signed a deal, and you knew what the deal was.
And accepted.
And accepted. And then a season on, because you have made top 4, you then felt like, I now can negotiate because of what I've achieved. And the club are going, no, this was not the direction we said we were going to go. I remember Poch was not fired.
He left.
It was a case of, we don't agree with what you want to do. I don't agree with what you guys want to do. Let's go. You understand? It was not, we need you to go because your job is not good enough. That wasn't what happened. He wasn't fired. So in that regard, if in a case of Maresca is going, I can't take this anymore, I have to ask, what can't you take anymore? Because again, they've asked you multiple times and I have gone, I love the squad. I am happy. So what can't you take anymore?
Also, the reality is that you don't expect the manager to come out and say, "I don't like what I have."
No, he can't say. He doesn't. He doesn't.
No.
He doesn't. He doesn't have to say, "I don't like what I have." But we've seen managers go, "What we have now is not good enough for us to go here."
No, you can't even expect
managers
managers. You can't expect managers to say that.
Lose your dressing room immediately.
So what happened? Like for instance, when Arsenal in January, when Kayava, Jesus, Saka, Martinelli got injured in January, and the media kept piling on Arteta, he said, have a good squad, but we need help.
Like
he kept using the line, we need help. You don't expect him to say, you don't expect him to say he does not. The club, he does not like what he does.
No, I agree. He doesn't have to say that. I'm saying that there are ways to say it. We've seen managers express that opinion in different ways. He doesn't have to say, I don't like what I have now. Arteta
said it already.
Arteta saying we need help. That's a form of saying, there are some places we need help.
But he has said it already. There are some people.
No, he has not said anything like that about his squad. We're talking about the squad.
We're talking about the squad, and because from what I can think,
but I see why I'm saying if he says
part of the whole
if he says I'm not being supported,
because I think it has to
supporting is still.
I think it has to do with
go down to the
transfers.
squad.
So
Because
I don't think the reason I don't think it has to do with transfers is this. The reason I don't think it has to do with transfers is this. He said in the last 48 hours. That's why I don't. And that's why I don't think it has to do with transfers.
In that 48 hours. In that 48 hours, is there a chance that conversations will happen?
Conversations, my brother, conversations have always happened.
Obviously.
Conversations happen, and they told him, Oga,
we don't like this result.
We cannot sign players in January to the tune of what you want.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
In the summer, when Kowi got injured, it was well reported that Maresca wanted another centre back.
Yes.
And then
he wasn't well reported. He said it openly.
Fantastic.
Then he now backtracked on it.
Yes. And then it was like, there's an option here, there's another whatever.
You can tell that the people that told him we're not going to bring another centre back.
Exactly.
You have to go back.
Exactly. The club have gone and told him, we've signed Hato. There's a young whatever that we're trying to integrate. This guy's going to come back from injury, and then that settled down. So what I mean is that there's always been that conversation about whether you are happy with the signings or not. So what he now said after the Everton game, I don't think is about signings. When you go, this is the worst 48 hours since I have. Wait. He said this is the worst 48 hours since I have been at the club. That's what he said.
So the end game was a lack of support.
I want to come in here, right?
Okay.
It's a lack of support, which is the word he used,
because they were losing at the time. The results were bad.
So
obviously.
So it could. I think it is more about the people above him, right, than the squad. But if somebody came and told me in the events, if you put the bigger puzzle together, that is partly about squad, that. It could also be because don't forget, he made that comment in December, right, early December, when you're heading into the January transfer window, and you imagine that there are conversations about what can we get?
Well, if you put it that way, that makes sense.
You understand? What can we get? So that's what I'm saying. So I personally think it's about the people above him.
Of course. What I think the problem is now is the reason Poch was told to leave.
Pochke.
Now I want to join some things together. Poch wanted
Welder.
a more mature squad.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
I feel Maresca has come to a point where he now realized that there is no way we can go far.
Brilliant.
With this young squad.
Brilliant.
So
we need
there's a bit of
We
contradiction
need to bring in one or two guys that has been there. They've done that. They understand what it means to play in the Premier League. They know like what United have done with Mbeumo and Cunha, and we've seen the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And the club are saying that, come, the reason we brought you here, the reason we let Poch go was because
you agreed to something.
This is what he wants.
That's why I said.
But you are now coming. You already told us that don't worry, you can do something with this young squad. But now you're coming and saying that, oh, results is not going away, probably because
that's why
we have young squad.
That's why I said there's a bit of contradiction there. Why? Because there's what has been reported is that Maresca doesn't have a lot of power in terms of I want to sign this. But please, let's not mistake it. There's a lot of signing that has happened because Maresca wanted it to happen. Maresca was a Manchester City guy. One of the major recruitment guys at Chelsea, Joe Shields, was at City. That's why Chelsea now have Levi. That's why Chelsea now have what's his name? The injured one that was supposed to go to Liverpool. Okay, that's why Chelsea now have Lavia. That's why Chelsea had Sancho at the time. That's why not even Caicedo. That's why Chelsea have Delap. That's why Chelsea have Cole Palmer. Yeah. That's why Chelsea almost had the guy that now plays left back.
Wasn't Cole Palmer signed before Enzo came?
Before
Enzo came?
No, he came.
No. I'm saying that we have him because of the major signing. We have him because of the major recruitment guy. Palmer was signed before Enzo Maresca came in. There were a lot of other City guys that came in after Enzo Maresca, and it was because there was a time Maresca said, "Oh, if this guy doesn't whatever he's out of the team." When he came to Chelsea, there was a time he said that, "Oh, if this guy doesn't then he doesn't play." So he doesn't have 100% power, but it's not as if he doesn't have power at all.
Right. What I wanted, and Ivy touched on it brilliantly, because I was sitting with FX last night as well, on New Year's Eve, and we're just chit-chatting about this Chelsea thing. And FX is a strong Chelsea supporter.
I think it's embarrassing,
right? Because
the club lets him go. If he leaves, it's embarrassing.
He mentioned to me, it's like, the manager is probably looking, you know what? I think this is gonna. I think I'm in a drag here, a bit of a drag. You get in, you see what your competition is doing, as an ambitious person, you're thinking, you know what? I think that I need to push these guys to do a bit more. Yeah. But what I actually wanted to say was, historically in sports, right? The front office, right? It could be comprising of the manager, the GM, the people who run the club. In football, it would be director of football. The front office are almost always at odds with the talent side, right? So you go back to the '98 Bulls, right? Jerry Krause and Jordan were constantly at odds.
Because front office is always thinking about business, money,
money, everything like that.
Whatever brand, all those things.
Worst case, if you don't have a guy who's a bit of an egomaniac, where he's like, you know what, we do all the work in the background, we don't get any, we don't get any shout. You guys, go out, so that's a proper recipe for disaster, right? So you have to realize that why I'm saying this is, if the front office or people in the front office are by any chance have a bit of ego in them, the moment they saw that Maresca press conference, right, 2 weeks ago, where he said, we don't support it, like, oh, this guy thinks he can, because he speaks to the media every day, he can go out and, make us feel like, that kind of thing. So you know what? We'll let it slide now, but that's one strike. You understand? So I'm thinking that situation that should have been, okay, I wasn't happy, closed up. So, I think he has sort of like slowly accelerated more than they thought he would accelerate, which is why Capsico can tell you that from what I think he might not be there for the City game.
So to quickly say, I think,
and again, you go back to the Nagelsmann situation. The Nagelsmann situation was a football thing. It was a clear, it was clear. We cannot work together.
Yeah. So for me, it's two things. The first one is two things on both sides, the managers and the front office, like you mentioned. The manager, because first of all you signed a deal coming through, and you clearly knew, oh, this is the direction the club wanted to go, and all of that. If the reason you have decided, you know what, I think, I'm more ambitious than this and I want to walk away, is because, I think I don't have enough resources, then that would be hypocritical on your part, because you knew before you signed the deal. Now you won a few titles, and on top of that, and now you want ship goalposts, and then on top of that, you now even have a lot of serious injuries in the team. One of your best defenders when you won those titles is out with an ACL, and the club is telling you the guy is not dead. He only has an injury. He's going to be back. We signed a centre back to be a backup. If we sign a major one, what happens when the guy comes back? So there's a big hypothetical on your side. On the side of the club, I'm going, okay, your responsibility first of all is to, what is this guy standing up amongst the team and amongst the fans? Is he likable in the dressing room? What happens if you go back when Jose left the first time at Chelsea? It was a disaster in the dressing room. It was a pure disaster. The decision was purely egotistic. It was like, the owner is like, I can't take it anymore. The dressing room doesn't want him to go. And you don't want a situation like that. Does the dressing room want him to stay? If they want him to stay, you absolutely have to find a way to keep him in the football club.
Yeah, I agree both sides of the coin. But that is the situation at Chelsea.
Yeah,
right.
If you let him go, I think he's
please. If they have plans to let him go, please can it be on Monday? Please, because that Chelsea team, they expect something from them on Sunday.
Right.
And I think that if they allow him stay, he can get something for me there.
And just
he can get something for me.
Just to wrap on Chelsea, what I was saying in the first point is a bit hypocritical. When you make choices, especially with, it has to do with your career, you have to make choices that involves a lot of moving parts. One of the potentialities is that he possibly has heard that Pep might be leaving at the end of the season.
You said they want company instead.
No, we're hearing that they want company.
In the end, that's what the club wants. Me, I go begin to push my own side. See, I'm in the race too. You understand?
They probably have spoken to him.
So
it's very possible.
Believe you me.
No, they would have spoken.
It's very possible.
If Pep is leaving, they have to line up at least 5 people.
But I don't think
among those 5 people, Ateta will be there, company will be there,
Maresca
will be there.
I don't think Maresca is going to City.
You get so
if Maresca is going to City, I don't think you sign. What's his name? The goalkeeper.
Who's that?
Donnarumma.
Yeah, I don't think you sign Donnarumma. Honestly,
trust me.
But Donnarumma is a quick fix. It's not. I don't think.
Donnarumma is a quick fix. Donnarumma is 20. Donnarumma is 26. I'll be 27.
My brother.
Quick fix in the sense that at the start of the season, Ederson wanted to leave last year.
Yeah.
They convinced him to stay. So there was a feeling that they could convince him to stay for 1 month. Yeah. It was in the middle of conversation. The guy I've done everything. There's nothing. So in that manner. It was, there's an opportunity with Donnarumma.
Let's get in idealistic situations, you understand? Football, as I say, in football, things change every 6 months, right? The club are in a different place. We need probably a new manager. Pep has told us, look, whether I win this title or not, I'm leaving, right? All of the Donnarumma's decisions become important, unimportant.
Later, we'll
figure it out. So that's possible. Anyway, we've got about 15 minutes to wrap it up. I want
to just let Maresca be
right.
there,
I want to speak about.
I'm sad about the situation.
I'm actually very sad because he top man.
He can use those wingers. He can use those wingers to threaten.
Because I don't see how you get it
Pep's
now today. I don't see how you get it better.
Maresca has sold his soul to just kill me.
I'll say this now. I'll say this now. One of the top managers on the market, right, is Kieran McKenna.
Yeah.
With all the respect, I have the respect.
No. One of the young managers coming up.
No, I think
I watched the Coventry game against Ipswich.
Yeah.
Right.
You know
Coventry. Coventry. Like Super Frank is doing great stuff.
Yeah.
Ipswich beat Coventry.
That's what I'm saying.
He said they don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Away from home.
They
went there and beat them 3.
They didn't beat them. They schooled them. I watched them. He schooled them. He schooled Lampard for 90 minutes.
90 minutes. Yeah, that was.
He didn't pay me that because I played Coventry to score.
So
they don't score one.
Under Jose,
they beat them 2-0.
When Jose was manager at United, Kieran McKenna was one of the assistants at United, and he used to take, training sessions and things like that. I think Jose mentioned he's a smart manager kind of thing. So
if
I think McKenna
if Chelsea lose
Maresca.
the next
You know,
guy is
McKenna was
Anthony Raiola.
interviewed for the job as well.
No, I think Raiola is a disaster. Which is
It's not a disaster.
Now-
Raiola loves to press. He wants young players and he likes to press.
Iraola's entire game is pressing and transition. That's his entire game. I have not seen
And you can't do that
Iraola
for a top club.
optimizing his team for actually
Playing the
holding
game,
the
yeah.
ball and playing. I'm sorry, that's what I think now.
Are you also
McKenna,
considering
I think is a better fit.
you want Scott in midfield and Tavernier in midfield to be holding ball.
I'm just saying about what
they
I've seen.
find
I'm just saying
Scott
about
and Tavernier to hold ball.
He had one
David
of the best.
Brooks
He
to
had
be
one of
holding
he had
ball.
one of the best ball playing. He has one of the best.
They ask people,
My brother, he had one of the best ball playing centre backs last season.
To the old ball.
He had one of the best ball playing
With
centre
the-
backs
with the-
last
with the
season.
summer
He don't move.
He don't move.
summer
I'm
of
just
Madrid
saying
now.
what I'm seeing now.
That man is doing an impossible job. You know they sold almost their entire back line. They sold their back line, sold their goalkeeper. Like everything they have in that back line, the two centre backs,
Senior man.
the left back, brand new players.
It's a good point.
It's a good point, doesn't mean it's a correct point. The
Eh,
fact that somebody
wants
has
to be correct?
the fact
Nah,
that
you won't
somebody
be
has
correct.
left
Yeah,
does not mean somebody else did not arrive.
No.
When somebody leaves, when somebody leaves,
I think say
when
they
somebody
bring
leaves,
bricklayers, make the
when
complaint.
somebody leaves is a valid point. But what you have to realize is that sometimes when people leave, you are in a place where you are able to replace with adequate and.
Do you know the amount? Do you know?
No,
Do you know the amount of quality that they lost? No, listen. Listen.
Do you
The
see
left
the
back
season
went
Senesi
to
is having?
Liverpool. Hoyson went to Real Madrid.
How is their
Sabani went to Paris Saint-Germain.
How is their level?
That is the level. Like the three
Ini,
players, they lost three players to
I
three
hear
elite
it.
clubs.
It's a valid point. I am saying the people who have replaced them, how good a season are they having? Have you seen the season Senesi is having?
Senesi is top class.
He's one of the best CBs in the league this season.
He is.
That's what I'm saying.
Boy,
He can't go the best.
No, he's one of the best CBs so far in the league.
The point is, you want Iraola to carry Scott in midfield and Cavani to be holding ball.
I'm just talking about what I'm seeing now.
I'm talking midfield. You said
That's
they don't
it.
hold ball.
That's
You
it.
are looking for Scott.
That's it. It's
That's
the same way.
Cavani that wants to run.
Who they hold ball for midfield for Ipswich for McKenna? Who they hold ball for midfield for McKenna?
You dey watch Championship.
I put McKenna there because
I think McKenna is a better fit.
because I think
But I'd
that
rather stay with Maresca.
So-
and not only that, I think if the ownership cannot work with Maresca, that's a bigger red flag than who can we get?
I honestly,
we're leaving Chelsea. I
honestly think
I
Chelsea. Final
just
words.
want to
I think that Chelsea will be absolutely stupid to let
Okay,
Maresca
thank you.
go.
Plain
Cinnamon.
stupid.
Cinnamon, I think that the fact that Chelsea cannot, probably they want young squad.
I said I'm leaving Chelsea. I'm going to Chelsea.
I think that no, like you said, I don't think they will sign any top manager. I feel they will still go with these young guys who will probably go with the fact that they want to continue with young players. So
Right.
that's what it is. That's what it is.
Anyway, the guys are having a bit of a bathroom break. A bit of a bathroom break. Abike had his own.
I will not have my own.
Right. And he has,
he
he has
drinks
big
too much.
balls, cojones. Right. He has big balls, right?
Maybe only cone.
Right.
No cone.
But I want to talk about Man United because in the preceding weeks we haven't. I think we've all been exasperated about United, and it's almost like we've said
don't forget
so
Amorim
much
is
about
small.
United. But where's your view of the team at the moment? And what I like to say is, I said in the group the other day, I said I think Amorim out. That's where I currently am. Right now, that is my logical thinking. Right, that a club like United cannot continually make mistakes or make excuses. Right.
Yeah.
But my deeper sense of understanding says you have to give the guy time, right, to completely destroy the entire thing and build it back up, right? And he has started destroying already, so why take him out halfway?
Yeah.
My logical side is United are a big club, and big standards. What is your thought on the thing?
I said this, I think it was a month or two ago, and I said that United need to get to terms with reality. And the reality is that United finished 15th last season. You look at the table now, United are 6th on the table. United are 2 points off Champions League place. If that is not an improvement already to after playing 18 games or 19 games, then United are not being truthful to themselves. The fans need to be realistic. If a team goes from finishing 15th, guess what? When Arteta came to the Premier League, first season 8, second season 8, Arsenal fans agreed that, we're not there anymore. The next season, Arsenal missed Champions League narrowly by, I think, a point or two. We finished 5th. But the reality is that the club could see that
there's a progress.
There was progress. That they finished 8th and then 5th, missed Champions League narrowly. And United have had their problems. And everyone who is fair enough and objective enough will realize that the ruts that United were in pre-Amorim was not going to take a season or two to get in the right direction. And I personally think the guy has gotten the team in the right direction. He made some really good signings. It hasn't quite caught fire yet in terms of, we need to win every game, which is not even possible. They've dropped some points where you as a football fan, you would be absolutely crossed. The draw against Wolves was one of those results.
Yeah.
Against Everton, those were damning results. But in the grand scheme of things, you have to look at the future and look at where have we been. 15th, 6th on the table now, 5th on the table now, or 6th on the table, whichever way. You have to think about it and say, this guy is going in the right direction. Every now and then, the odd Fulham Wolves performance, the odd Everton performance will pop up.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, where were we last season? How many games did we lose at this point last season?
Yeah.
How many points did we get at this point last season? That's how you judge things. That's the metric you use to judge whether a manager is progressing or not. And I think United are just being, whether it's the fan base or the hierarchy at the club, because I think that the hierarchy are backing the manager.
It's the manager, yeah.
Ini, before I asked the question, I couldn't have believed you would make the exact points in my head, which is why I said, look, on a fan perspective, like Amorim out. But if you want to have a real conversation, you want to talk about it properly, you have to be a bit more honest. And if you're a bit more honest, you would see why it is important for him to stay. So in the group, somebody asked me, like, what do you think Amorim is? I was like, look, I told you already what I think. I think that if you're talking like a United fan, get him out, right? Because again, United fans put themselves in the biggest club in the world type thing.
Yeah.
Real Madrid,
No,
Real Madrid
to that realization,
but what you don't realize,
Like Arsenal fans,
Yeah,
at
you
some
you
point.
came in as a backup fan, have you?
what you don't realize is that Real Madrid,
I don't get
Real Madrid
money
are
again.
not anybody's mates in football.
I told you guys
there
this thing
is-
one day that I stumbled on Instagram. I saw Real Madrid's page. And I went and checked their Instagram followers. Real Madrid have more followers than Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea put together.
Even Barca.
Even
Barca
Barcelona.
says
Like
get
that
followers
club,
pass.
those two clubs are not anybody's mate. Like, don't kid yourself. Don't think that you are at their level.
Yeah.
You will never be at their level in terms of
You don't beat me now.
that
Your
club na
coach don't run.
institution.
I don't know. Say,
Small
I don't know. Say, since
You go to be to pass you. You go to be to pass you. When they won't use you, you go bring pizza come meet you.
I mean,
He shall beat you, sha.
They shall beat you.
I mean,
And they beat you well.
Say 7 laws of power. 7 laws of power. First law: the servant cannot be greater than the master. I am not reading this book. God punish your author. God punish your author.
That book, a book that my Lord and personal Savior, Jesus, said, they said the works that I do, you will do. You now come and tell me.
The glory of yesterday will get out again.
So
You now come and tell me
guess what? I've heard
that I
about.
cannot be greater than
I've
the
always
master.
I've always known about
All
this whole.
power.
Yeah, I've always known about this whole thing.
Jesus.
But Wale just mentioned it like it's a book of control. It makes perfect sense. What you realize is that a lot of the older generation in Nigeria have read
So as election they come next
be
year.
like-
As election they come
a
next year.
lot of the
First time I
older
heard about the
generation
book.
in
I'm
this
not joking.
country
The first
have-
time I
believe it.
The
That's
first time
what
I heard
they
about the
operate
book,
with.
and a boy told me, I was working for one boy in New York, and he said, hey, have you read this book? I didn't understand it till many years later. I didn't understand why he asked me to read, and I've not read the book, and I will not read it.
I never read it.
You know, see,
You understand?
I didn't understand.
I've read
full
some
name
part of the
again?
book.
Hey,
Sha.
48 laws of power.
48 laws of power.
48 lots of
That one,
no,
what
no,
they
no.
nine.
I'll never read
They
it.
say never outclass your master.
I said that's the number one. The number one rule on the book. I said
So,
they
you know what's
both-
I wanted to read the book, so I saw that law. I said, I'm not reading the book. So you are saying that the next president should be worse than the other president? Is that what you're saying?
all power
All power belongs to Jesus.
belongs to Jesus. I
And he's
don't
born at 48. All power.
That's a banger.
brother, God bless you. Carry your
Oh, wait,
useless,
oh.
useless book.
Oh,
and
what
go.
he said before was I said it's a good Sunday school student.
You're a very good Sunday school
All power
student.
belongs to Jesus.
The devil wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah, what
derail
do you
him,
know
but
about
it looks
Sunday
like
I'm back.
he's
You
back
want
on
me?
track.
You don't
I'm
know
back-
where
I'm
He
back
say,
on
he say,
track.
yeah. What do you know about Sunday school?
I don't know. Say they bomb me for church.
I don't say your papa na pastor.
For
This guy.
I
Now
don't
many
say,
times I be
Maybe
Sunday
like-
school teacher.
I don't say your papa na pastor. You
Right.
don't concern what you know
And
in
you know,
Sunday
pastor
school.
students are very the
Useless.
I don't want to use.
Say it with your chest.
But you know, no, senior man.
But I be
Senior man, if you see me,
I don't
talk
see you
true,
now.
talk true. Shay, you no go know. Say I dey follow the path of God.
No. I don't know.
I know.
I'm not going to.
Nah, lie.
I know the line. I know go know.
Nah, because you don't see me finish.
Yes, I don't see you finish, but I don't go know.
What do you want to do about that?
Yes, I don't see you finish, so I don't go know.
But so I know they do a lot of things. I don't womanize. I don't drink. I don't.
It's just that I don't go know.
I follow
hear
the
it.
path of God.
No one.
All that one is true, but
No one.
after all,
Wait, you say you don't womanize.
I don't drink.
That day we will come out together.
I know womanize now.
Make I release the video.
Which video with that?
Wale,
anyway,
please reach out to me.
we've touched Chelsea United. There's no way. You see, there's no. I know Arsenal fans gonna be like, this one will win for one. Make THP don't talk
I'm
about.
on Aston Villa. Make Thunder strike.
I was watching the game. I was watching all the games. I was watching United games.
Don't raise my
You know,
blood pressure for nothing.
So I now went to watch the Chelsea game. And halftime 0-0. I say
No, I knew the game was gonna be tight.
I say, looks like this is going to be a good December. You get. I said, like Nick won in the end. You get.
When did I tell you
I
now?
don't stun.
When did I tell you now on Tuesday?
The Gabriel thing.
I said, you go see Arsenal go try score.
You
They
know what
go
about
try score. If you no work, Saka go just whip one corner. Gabriel go pull him way through.
Ini.
I'm
Steady
great.
on.
In your right about that.
Ini, steady on.
You know,
When
no.
Gabriel scored the corner.
No, sir. No, sir.
I said no.
No, sir.
In your right
It
about
But they
was-
that.
took that game personal.
was-
They
Ini
took that game personal. Really personal.
I said if it doesn't happen,
Ini, what you said was both ways. There's a part where you said, now you go find out why we dey score corner when Gabriel
Gabriel
did.
did.
You said
Yeah,
that.
and
So
that's
you are right
that
on that.
happened.
That one,
Uh-huh. On the other side, you also said the king of Brazil is back.
Back.
They
That's-
don't go score any
They don't go
goal.
score any goal.
The reason they
And
did
they
not
score one.
score.
Now one
But
is-
they
No.
They don't
relax.
almost not score any
The
goal.
reason they did not score is not because of any king of Brazil.
It
What
was-
happened in that game is similar to exactly what happened Chelsea Aston Villa.
No, it wasn't.
How they did not score
They
at
had
least 2-3 goals in
One
the first
chance.
half.
They had only one
Ini.
chance. No, hold
Yeah.
on.
Ini.
They had only one chance.
Ini.
They had promising situations that did not lead
What's
to
Ini
chances.
talking
The
about?
only one chance they had. Do you know that Aston Villa did not have a shot on target until they scored?
Yes, I know. But it does not mean that they did not have what should have been
Can I give
actual
you?
goals.
Can I give you a stat? Can I give you a stat?
The
that
ball where Oli Watkins on this side play go outside.
Yeah.
It was on off target now.
Yes.
Was that not a good
No,
chance?
it was a good chance. But hold on, Rufai.
The one that they put
give you a
Morgan
stat.
Rogers where it was one-on-one, was that not a
Let me
good
give you a
chance?
stat. When I talk about the king of Brazil, I heard a stat. Even me, I didn't know about it. Every game that Gabriel and Saliba have played with each other this season, and they played 90 minutes, Arsenal have not considered a single goal.
I hear it now. I'm saying
Any
that
game, both of them.
So you have
you don't see him now.
I be you now.
I be you now. I be you now.
That
don't
is
test
because
you.
the way make I talk
What's
about
I
that.
be you now.
I'll put that for the end.
What a useless person.
go see it 1 hour for you with that.
I know
sit down
that.
here all
Extra
through.
1 hour.
No,
I
we
know that your
please,
team,
please,
obviously,
make I go
Saliba and Gabriel being back. All of us know that one.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is that
Aston Villa had good
in the
promising
first half,
situations. And that leads
Aston Villa
me,
should have scored at least 2 goals.
and that leads me back to when people say, what does Declan Rice do for the team? Do you not see how easy it was to play through Arsenal without Declan Rice?
in the second half, Unko.
No, do you see how easy?
in the second half,
Why? Because they played Merino.
No. Merino.
Why? Because they played Merino.
Say Marino na Teta cousin.
Nana got injured. And I think
But
that I
Onana
honestly-
getting injured is not easy. You scored 4
No,
goals.
I honestly think that if Onana was on that pitch,
That
he'll probably
Merino.
still win.
If one leg don't break,
Merino
he goes
Arteta
to
cousin?
play.
You know,
Is it that related?
He goes to play.
Can you confirm
Merino.
this story?
who?
Amorim Arteta. Is it
Baba,
that-
if
that-
that get
Merino
make
go
him leg-
Arteta noodles.
make him leg break, he goes to play. Baba, he's never played.
He get his noodles.
That's very unfair.
You know, we played this.
That's
This
very
Aston Villa
unfair.
game that we went and we lost that for. I think that wanted to experiment something. See, the reality is that you can't play Zé
That's winning
and
your 9%
Odegaard.
experiment something.
But you know if you
See,
come out
when-
with Odegaard,
When Odegaard was playing,
taste
really well,
smart
and
self.
Odegaard looks like he's
So
back.
it's a
The reason
No,
reason
no.
Arteta will never play Eze over Odegaard is because of Odegaard off the ball.
Yeah, well, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
When we went to Aston Villa, Arteta experimented with both of them.
Yes.
Eze doesn't really know how to defend.
He doesn't. Nobody say doesn't
He
really.
doesn't know how to
I
defend.
heard that
He
there
He
was-
was at fault for the first goal.
Yeah, yeah. And since
that
then,
first-
since then.
I think I just the reason say, high intensity game like this, it will be hard to play both of them.
But if a guy is at fault for a goal and he hasn't played since then, what happens is you stifle the guy.
Yeah.
no, he has to.
No. Euro has been on the bench since that time.
No,
No. That
I'm not
Euro is
talking-
diff- Euro
I'm not talking
situation.
Euro. I'm talking an attacking midfielder.
An attacking midfielder.
You
na,
say,
bro.
oh, baby, they took the ball. It's like Bruno. They collect the ball from
You
him.
talk Bruno, you talk easy.
No.
But Eze sef no bad,
We're not
oh. Eze
comparing
sef no
Bruno.
bad,
Yeah, of course.
We're not comparing Bruno and Eze. But
Eze
when
no
it comes
bad,
to
oh.
but when it comes to goal creation,
Steady on.
No,
when
what-
you
no,
mention
what-
them,
what-
Bruno,
what-
you
what-
come to Eze.
Yeah.
So if an attacking midfielder, I say he made a mistake that led to a goal, and
it's
that's
not-
the reason he's
it's
on the
not-
bench.
He's not white. No, that's not the reason.
why has he not
It
played
looks
since
like
then?
how.
Why has he not played since
It
then?
looks like Odegaard is slowly getting back to his best.
Why has he
Okay.
not played?
He looks
since
like-
then?
Answering you now. Let's answer now.
He looks like Odegaard is getting back to his best. He's had an assist. He's had a goal now. He's getting back to his mojo. And
No, I think he's playing well.
bro. See,
has
the
not
way
answered me,
Odegaard used to press, for a guy that slight, the way he used to press.
Forget that slide. You don't see Bernardo Silva. That
The way
slide don't
Odegaard
mean say
used-
you don't get
Like,
engine.
the way
Why has he
Odegaard
not
used to
played since
press.
then?
See, even as they
Now they tell you
even as they
now.
go, they look for bench. They don't say that, Baba.
This
thing
guy
wey
they do pass me.
Now he
I
means
know
say
if
me
he
no
do
get
am.
1 minute.
You don't get 1 minute. Be saying you
But
don't get
no,
1 minute.
no talk to Ateta.
Eze is going to
The
play
part where
against
Ateta they go. I love him,
IBK.
oh, but the part is
IBK.
going.
IBK. Nobody
The pa-
brings.
he's not
IBK,
Pep.
I am
He's
the
not
first
Pep.
person. I am the
In his head,
IBK.
he's thinking he's Pep. He's not
IBK,
Pep.
Settle
go-
down.
he go reach
IBK,
and one day.
settle down.
You know that they
I
are
am the
playing-
first person that said.
Listen, I only have if support person for beginning of argument.
Eh,
Call insult
come
for the
out
end.
for the end.
Insult for the
IBK,
end.
you
I am
know-
the first
you know
person that
matches-
said
you
Eze
know
has
matches
to play,
plenty like
but
this.
nobody brings a player to a club and say he just has a shirt. You have to go and show why you have to play.
You know
if
matches
Odegaard is
plenty.
playing well, sit on the bench and show that he has supposed to be playing over
Matches
him.
plenty.
That hat trick against Tottenham.
Eh.
Eze showed that it deserves to be.
But
No, of
after
course.
that one, now he has
If you-
now
no,
played.
No, if you play,
That means you define the mistake with that. That's what you are saying.
What I can say for
You
sure
define
is
the
this,
mistake.
is that if you play Eze,
Consistently.
right, for 10 games and play Odegaard in 10 games, Eze will have more good contributions than
Obviously,
than
yeah.
Odegaard. It's not. It's not.
The other guy that we knew, but now that other guy is coming back to form.
Odegaard is back, oh.
Okay, let's do.
Because I see him, he was playing line breakers.
On
On
the-
Odegaard, he wasn't playing it before.
I thought he was
recycling.
second-guessing himself.
recycling.
It was-
Imagine
I-
on their best day, right? On their best day, Eze is on his best day. Look at Eze will still have more good contributions than Odegaard. And it's just
But you know the- you know the funny
I'm
thing?
not being sentimental.
Do you know that
It's just down
Eze-
to sheer ability.
You know that Eze has not had.
What is the same person go do on his own?
I
understand?
agree. I
You
agree.
know, if you don't
No,
play, if Odegaard needs to play with a very, very, very
let me say this.
But from an Arsenal perspective,
Attacking,
from an
cast.
Arsenal perspective, players. You want to see your players on the pitch, but from an Arsenal perspective, you like it that players need to fight for shirt. That's why Gyökeres now needs to understand that you don't have an automatic shirt. Havertz is back, and Havertz is an animal in terms of working hard. He may not have the productivity.
Jesus is back as well.
Jesus is back, and he has scored, and he belongs to Jesus.
That's why I was supporting.
So Gyökeres knows that. See, that thing that Arteta will leave you on the pitch for 80 minutes
He's
is
in
not going to
trouble.
happen. If they play you 55 minutes like this, and it be like they move mad, they will pull you out.
I'm not
easily.
contributing. You're not delivering your polling
Why
units.
we brought you here? You have
You're
not
not
done
delivering
it.
your polling units
Your
today.
guys
So
and Sesko.
Eze has to.
Shesko has
in
hit the
this
bar. I
moment-
saw a stat. United hit the post. I think 11 times this season.
Yeah.
Shesko don't hit the post like 5 times. I say, "Ah, Jesus Christ, this boy didn't pray for he came to this club. This boy.
It reminds me of what the former Super Eagles player. That time when Super Sport Cup newly, they said they be South Africa. They want to bring ex-international, South Africa ex-international, maybe they go do analysis for still. All these South Africans, for some reasons, they built themselves to be able to do it. It means some ex-international, I still remember one ex-international, I no go mention them, now let them make them know it's something.
Time frame, make I know.
I know if you try about it, man. They say, they ask some question for one Premier League match. That year, the Super Sport used to do Premier League matches.
Yeah.
I know this person.
He said he tried his best, but the favor of God was not on him.
Is that Jimmy Dosu?
I know the person. I don't know.
If you like, hit my block.
I don't know the person. Yeah, I don't know the person. You know, this is a penalty.
No be me, you go.
You go sign
not center. You saying.
I tried all. I tried all I could, bro. I tried.
They do it.
I tried all I could.
He did do it. I say, I say they do it. I say,
my brother.
If you like, swear.
I tried.
Swear to drink water.
That person will miss penalty against. When he go put out for head penalty.
No, he put out for belly. I mean, do make a day go, Jerry.
See, I tried all I could.
Like it's obvious.
I tried all I could to make sure that we don't sign Garnacho. My God.
What did you do?
What an impact. What a disaster. Thunder fire you for this.
That Enzo Fernandez assist.
It was a well-taken goal. The goal didn't happen because of the assist.
Thunder fire you there.
The goal didn't happen because of the assist.
It's called a hat-trick in the Cup.
No, he didn't.
No, sorry, he had a hat-trick of goal involvement.
No, he
scored
didn't.
2, assisted 1.
So that pass where he passed to Enzo, that made the sign.
No mind.
That pass where Anderson passed him around for FC Porto back.
Funny thing to say, Garnacho said on the follow part of Rashford.
You see that thing they annoy me.
I said it on this show.
Player go there on the side, like he pass ball into middle, like person carry the ball, shoot, boom. They say get assist.
Yes. You stop his nonsense.
This boy from Dortmund, because himself they mess up.
By the way,
Gittins, I waiting me name.
I told you and the dressing room culture that they rush for them sets. That's what Garnacho them followed. That's what I told you now. I told you that if Amorim has not done anything for United,
yeah, of course.
If he has not done anything, what he has done is pursue bad eggs from the team.
That's not bad egg.
And I
get
that Garnacho.
I told you now.
They went and you don't understand. Estevao is a left footer. On top of that, he's 18 years old. They played him in Garnacho's wing against Bournemouth,
and he was producing.
Bro, see the end product. See, you
didn't
video? Watch the Chelsea Newcastle.
There's a training video right on the warm up video where Garnacho they try. So fitness coach stand like this. So he go dribble, come pass the guy. He dribble, come kick the ball, give the guy.
The guy is a horrible. See,
anyway,
the guy is a horrible.
I wanted to touch on Arsenal did very well. I always knew that Aston Villa. I didn't want to make this analysis at the time where they beat United, but if I come out and said, "Oh, United deserve to get at least a point or even win Aston Villa,"
I think United deserve the point. To be honest,
Chelsea game same thing.
Chelsea should have given them this walloping they got.
If you
they
keep,
should have gotten it at Chelsea.
Keep overperforming your XG, right?
Which is what
at some point in time you come on.
Which is why I'm even angry with this whole ownership Maresca thing.
Like Arsenal.
When you judge it has to be performance, result based. Result has not been good, but look at the performance. But moving on, I think that Arsenal needed to, as just to make a point, beat Aston Villa very well, because Aston Villa were becoming like, bro. In the first half of that game, I was watching the game and I don't line up my analysis, what I saw in the not the agenda. Analysis of what I saw in the first half.
First half, yeah.
Aston Villa play Arsenal with no fear.
Yeah, of course.
That's how they play Arsenal.
Like there was a pass. There was a pass.
But why they go fear?
They pick the ball up and they go up. They are not afraid of.
Why they go fear?
Bro, you have to
watch. You don't
understand. See this guy. Watch them against Chelsea. You don't understand what I mean. Arsenal is a much more better team than Chelsea. When they play Chelsea, they are played to a standstill. When they play Arsenal, they know they fear say, we feel lose this ball, make Arsenal come counter us. Like they play without fear.
Yeah, because Arsenal are defensive.
You remember that year where we say Liverpool day league? They play well for league. Once they enter Champions League like this, if you like, Bellamy go turn Bellamy didn't go to score goal.
That was 08.
The point I'm trying to make is that
07, 08
when you are
time.
familiar with an opponent, right, it goes beyond the quality on the pitch.
You get. So the moment
Yeah,
Arsenal
it's
got
mental,
the
get with it,
It's
we
mental.
manage.
And Arsenal, they've cost us some hard-take in the last two.
Oh, yeah.
At the
Yeah.
Emirates. So coming there, they would feel like Arsenal
yeah,
still have
yeah,
that
yeah,
thing
yeah.
in themselves. You know, we're nervous.
Last season,
and that was
right?
why they could have scored like 2 at least in the first half.
Last season. That's why I say this season. I think that I think that Arsenal. No, that's my family. No, that's my family group. That's my family group. Don't be stupid. That's my family group.
Why not get sense?
I don't know if I could talk to
He's asking you to have fun now.
the Arsenal game, right? I always felt like this season, Arsenal, the writing's on the wall for them to win the title, right? And that game was proof of it. Because if you go back to, last year I said, when Arsenal played the Man City game and won 5-0, is it 5-1 or 5-0?
5-1.
Last season, I made an analysis on the show. I said, unfortunately, Arsenal have now toppled the power that held them down in the season where that power is not the hegemon in town anymore, right?
Yeah.
Why that win against Aston Villa is important for Arsenal is because in a season where Aston Villa, right, that win is 1 and 3 points. In a season where Aston Villa have gone 11 games unbeaten or something like that, right? They've beaten Aston Villa 4-1. They've not just taken 3 points for themselves, but they've also,
that's why it needed to be 4.
They've exercised the demons
They
of
needed to
those 2
humble,
seasons. You understand?
and
So-
confirm them
So
to themselves.
they'll think going into the next couple of games, we can overcome obstacles here. You understand? We don't need to. How many demons do we have left? We've conquered Man City. Aston Villa did us something. Now maybe a few, of course.
What they need to, the demon now, they need
few
to
other
conquer
things,
is one
but-
at the Emirates.
Exactly. So I think it was a very good win. and I feel like my only problem, and I think it's the same opinion I've given for the last 3 or 4 months, is it's important to celebrate big wins. Very important. Don't get carried away by it.
Of course.
Right?
You can't get carried away.
Don't get carried away by it. One,
There's too many matches to
don't
play.
get sucked into the feeling of that victory. Because I've seen no.
He's allowed to do it. No, don't do that.
I've seen an unnecessary.
You know what?
No, Gabriel needs to be cocky. See.
You know,
You want to talk about what did Gabriel do?
Okay, no, it's okay.
you know,
No, I think that's okay. It's
No. Wait,
we did
make him talk.
banter
Wait
era.
till you do first.
No,
Allow
We did
me.
banter era.
it's
We
just
did
like the
banter era.
same
So it's
thing.
normal,
You know, when
it's normal.
Arsenal played,
Allow me
when Arsenal
now.
played
It's normal.
Chelsea,
It's normal. That one is
when
very
Arsenal
normal.
played
When
Chelsea,
you have an eye on the
because-
prize,
I should tell you something.
When Onana did
I
that,
saw some sections of Arsenal fans saying,
Cucurella.
you know, what Enzo did to Cucurella and
Or Madueke.
And I'm like, number one, it's a South American thing. Like, South Americans are like, South Americans don't just play on the pitch. They play mental battles a lot. So they're like, you are not going to win. Like, we don't have a problem with it. After the game,
We are good.
You know, we're
Like,
good.
that's how I think it
Like,
should be.
That's how
After the game, we're good.
We're good. We don't
When
have
the
a
game
problem.
is going on, I know
I
your
am going
mama.
to be an enemy to you on this pitch.
What I'm saying
So
is,
what Gabriel did was banter.
What I'm
Gabriel likes to
saying-
play like
I love the banter.
No,
eh?
for Onana now, you know, so Onana
Onana-
after the game, he always
Again,
say
oh,
put
that-
go
pocket.
do 3 points. Do him, put him in the pocket.
Oh, right.
I
Love
like.
the
See,
pocket.
don't get me wrong, guys.
So Gabriel
Guys,
can't do him too.
No, I think that's fine.
No,
See,
we did
banter.
banter. We did Gen Z era now,
don't
bro.
get me wrong. Let me land the points.
We dey
Right.
wait. Because the plane now.
Right.
The plane
Yeah,
now.
now, Wale,
The
you're right.
plane there for air now.
We never.
The plane dey for
Why
air
engine? No, why engine don't
play
bust?
One tire,
No, na engine, na engine.
By the way,
Na
if
engine.
if
Why engine don't bust? The second engine.
plane can fly
The
one
second engine
engine,
don't this. No, the second engine don't this sound
You
somehow.
don't dey smoke.
Smoke don't dey come out for the second engine.
right?
Stop it.
No, see how you want to take land down.
So let me
because the landing gear is the boss never bring him out yet.
there's a reason.
Enzo Maresca has officially left Chelsea.
Oh, God.
You get.
God. They never say me.
Termination of contracts.
God, it's a contract.
Chelsea
Jesus.
and Enzo Maresca agreed to part company with immediate effect.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, No, but that's more motivation to
1st of January.
No, shut up.
New manager bounce.
It's no the new manager bounce nonsense. That new manager who they will not appoint the manager now.
1st of January, God.
So they will say
This-
Caballero.
what Ornstein has reported is that they're going to name a replacement in the next few days.
What fantastic. You know, you see this
Let it
podcast.
be Andoni Iraola, because if it's Andoni Iraola, I'm sure of 3 points.
You can't live like that.
He can live. You say he can't live like that. Is it not the Wolves coach, Robert Watt, was top of the league at Middlesbrough.
Oliver Glasner, man.
He left Middlesbrough,
Please
to
sack Amorim
top
on
of the
time,
club in the
please.
championship, to come and
Oh,
coach bottom of
Maresca,
the
get
club.
get Maresca in.
Guy, Maresca to Man City now looks
Buemo,
like...
Cunha. Oh, Jesus. Christ
Maresca
of
to Man
Nazareth.
City now looks very real now. Because I think it's conversation between himself and Pep. Easy one.
So now you understand the thing what I talked before. Seriously. Is it the problem? Is it?
Bro, you say conversation between you and Pep. What the fuck is that?
So you think that they were not having easy conversations before?
Yes. Now you go.
Why I'm happy that this thing broke when we're filming, right?
Yeah.
Is because when the story breaks, as it's broken down, there will be a lot of reactionary content too, right? And you would find people that are trying to make sense of it, right? And it is almost a bit of serendipity that we have made sense of it, right?
Almost not too big like that.
almost.
What does it mean? No, vex. I don't say I get grammar. I don't know this one.
Google it.
Let me check.
Yeah. Yeah. You saw the meaning of it now. Yes. Yeah. It's
Serendipity.
Senior man,
How did they spell it? Don't worry, I've seen it.
yeah.
that's Cerezo.
Man, I thought that was something that always do serious.
That
No be
all
me
the
now.
time.
Now new people for table don't say that senior man. Now
Jimmy, you go just talk small thing. Don't be serendipity. This is a combination of events which have come together by chance to make a surprisingly good or wonderful outcome. It's brilliant.
In a beneficial way.
But
So it's like saying luck. It's like like a bit of like
more this news.
like destiny.
that's why I do show with Tola Ogunlewe. Big shout out to him.
Yeah, that's a better word. Yeah.
That's why I do show with Tola Ogunlewe a few years ago. I go talk to her and say archetyper. And I say, what is archetyper?
Archetypal player.
No.
But Chelsea never announced something.
Club statement.
The club statement.
Yeah.
I never network. I never now they.
Nah, network.
Now then
Anyway,
Fabrizio.
what I'll say about Gabriel, and just to land the point, right?
The king of Brazil.
And I think that it is on record. I've said Arsenal should win the league this season, right?
If he stays fit to the end of the season, win.
However, when you make when you go
not
into
steady.
when you go
The
into
king
a
of
marathon
Brazil.
race, right, and you have an objective that has been somewhat elusive, what you want to do, right, is to postpone all your
And shenanigans.
all your shenanigans till
But
that
that's
title,
banter.
till that objective. I'm telling
No,
you,
I agree.
I'm telling you.
See, the funny thing is
What
that
do you want to
Because
do?
you now look funny if you don't win.
What you
I
want
agree.
to do-
No, I agree.
See,
I agree. Actually, I agree.
what you want to do is to lock in, right? And even when you're excited, right? Because here is if you collect small gains, when you are rather of postponing all your gratification, right, to the end. There's
No, I agree.
There's no bigger banter that Arsenal will have, right, than winning that title.
No, I agree.
Right.
I absolutely
It's going to be the
I
biggest.
am. How do they call it? I'm that kind of person. I believe that delayed gratification is fantastic. I agree.
When it works out well. You
When
understand?
it works out well.
But what I'm saying is,
keep your head down. Don't get sucked into a lot of this social media thing. But again,
don't get sucked into it because you know why?
Gabriel is. That's why it was important to state that Declan Rice will not do that. Saliba will not do that. A lot of these guys are a lot more. But you see, these American players, they are out of control. Like
what I'm
they
saying,
love this.
What I'm saying
They
is that
enjoy this kind of. I go beat you.
You better win the league, Sha.
that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that every time you drop a point or you lose a game, right,
It comes back, of
it
course.
comes back.
Yeah,
immediately,
of
right?
course,
Like,
of
No, I
course.
agree.
So
I agree.
When you do things like you have to be able to back it up.
So
It's
what
simple.
happens?
And don't worry.
What happens is
Jesus is on our side.
But
that-
again,
that's my feeling.
Again,
That's
you
my
have,
feeling.
what you
No, I
have,
But you
agree.
can't
No, I
but you can't
absolutely
waste
agree.
place
again, what you
every
have to
time.
consider.
Banter is-
Again, what you have to consider is that when Aston Villa won that last time out.
It was the same thing with Yemi Lawal.
This guy did what he did, right?
Yes.
No, I don't think
They are not
Wait,
yes.
yeah,
They are
yeah,
not.
yeah.
They are not in the same. They are not chasing the same.
No,
things
no,
as
they are
you.
not.
You get it?
However, we
You
can
and
all
Keke-
agree that there's a bit of this thing between Arsenal.
Yeah, and
And Aston Villa.
They've got
Gabriel is
some
not going to
time.
do it next week.
Uh,
He's not going to do
yeah.
it against. There's something between Aston
Aston
Villa
Villa
and
and
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
I'm sure he has done that in retaliation
Son-
directly to Onana.
Onana.
Older players in the team, right? And again, I think that I don't know how the social media managers work, right? But I think that the social media managers of the clubs, the admins, have become almost as important as the manager
These people are creating
in
content
controlling
that they want
in
to do.
controlling the energy around the fan base, right? Now, I might be nitpicking here. What I'm saying is that Aston Villa are not in the same race as you. You understand? You want to win the title. Aston Villa, they probably will not make Champions League. They probably make Champions League. So I think that with the greater objective comes greater responsibility.
No, I agree. I think you also don't
understand?
want
You don't want to get sucked into
You
anything.
can't be drawn into battles.
Yeah,
that-
no,
Come back
of
in.
course.
You come back in.
That doesn't concern
we won,
you.
we-
of course.
we won the get locked in. After the United game against Newcastle, everybody was, in heaven, everybody, in the group. I said, I don't think it is good that Eden Haven and the kid. What's the other kid's name? Who was the other kid? No, not Fletcher. The two kids that did that, Dogu, did that interview. I think that under Ferguson, for example, those two kids will not come out and do that interview. You know why? Because he went out there and said, you know what, the fans to support us, get excited. You understand? When you win those games, it is time for the older players with cooler heads go out and speak to the media. One win, good, everybody go back inside.
Who decides who speaks to the media?
That's what I was about to
It's the
say.
team that
It's on
decides.
the club
It's on the
to
club that
decide
decides
those boys
Yeah.
should
who
be
goes
doing
out. You understand?
that interview.
The interviewer go and say, you know what, we would like to speak to the man of the match, right? Now, under Fergie, right, if Ronaldo was man of the match, they would send Gary Neville. Go with him. That kind of
Yeah.
thing, right? Of course, there was a language barrier, but importantly is to, you understand, steady on. Don't get excited. And when players go out there and don't give an interview that, you see, the social media cannot make content out of it. Because that's why I love Kopama. Yeah, Kopama scores a hat-trick, comes out, they're trying to strip him up, trying to make him feel like he's the next, he's the next, big thing. Cole described that goal for us. It was a good goal, that imagination. Cole is like, I've seen this thing, I put it in, it's a good goal. And you can see disappointment on the people's faces. They're like we want more. We want to spin this thing.
Like my
Now,
producer.
now what that does for Cole is that when Cole is going through, that this banter say Cole they have gone. See, when he goes through a patch where he's not, firing well. Do you see banter against Kopama? You don't see banter against Kopama.
No, I see you.
No, you like the banter you see is not about his.
He's not, for example, he won't be as loud as Lamine.
It's not as loud as Lamine Yamal, for
Because
example.
He doesn't do the kind of interviews Jamal does.
Come on, you can say
Exactly.
king. You say, bro.
But they
Anyway,
don't be
that's
missed.
my thinking.
Kopama.
But towards Arsenal,
If you like, I don't get the point. That one concern you.
I saw
I
somebody
don't
like
make the point already.
Kopama.
He said they don't be mates. He concern you.
There's
Maybe
one
that
boy.
the same mama born them.
there's one boy on Instagram. I don't know if you like Jerry Popama. The boy named Atama, an Akrabu boy. He says,
Is there a boy named now?
Atama.
Atama, okay.
He's a creator. He's an Arsenal fan, right? Atama, you go say, you say, I define Kopama. Say Kopama dey inside here. I'm like, what's the Kopama do this boy?
Look for trouble.
An Arsenal fan. Now they cost people on ourselves.
I was telling,
You know that boy?
I was telling in your bunk after the Chelsea Arsenal game now. You thought what I was saying didn't make sense. You saw the Bournemouth game. I said it was the one that was
I didn't
stamped
see
on.
you.
Oh, you didn't
I was
watch.
watching my match.
He got a yellow card. That's why he won't play against Man City.
Who? Wow.
Caicedo. 4th minute of the game.
Caicedo
He
won't
didn't
play.
touch the guy. He
Caicedo
won't play.
Oh, Jesus.
He won't play.
No, but that's a reputational thing.
No,
Reputational
that's
thing.
what I'm saying. After the Chelsea Arsenal
That boy is in
game,
top
there was
form.
no point
Hey,
trying to
Rufai
create
is
a
a
narrative of, this guy wanted to intentionally injure this person. This guy wanted to, because clearly how he's being reffed makes no sense. He didn't touch the guy. Now the guy match him. It's the 4th minute of the game. Even if he do the tackle, it's the 4th minute of the
Somebody
game.
say,
So who go play now?
somebody say,
Lavia.
as DSTV off,
Lavia
yeah.
fit.
As DSTV they try boots. Koban already boost person 4 minutes.
Bro, it's the 4th minute of the game, and the first tackle the guy goes into, you give him a yellow card.
Send it to Man United.
So Rhys James tucks in that defensive midfield. Ogu kills Ryan Shep. Thunder striking.
When I tell you about creating a narrative, because the guy is a black guy. Bro, it happens.
Rhys James is in the form of his life.
Bro, he does. Because for me, it makes no sense anymore.
This one say Ryan Shek is in the form.
Did you see the Arsenal Aston Villa in the Arsenal Aston Villa game? How has Merino escaped the red card?
That is ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. How has he escaped the red card?
How he stayed on the pitch?
PGML, no did that one.
Do you understand? That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it happens. This whole narrative thing, it happens.
The referee let him off the hook. But if he was red carded, I don't think anybody in their right sense
now they enjoy this season.
The first goal Bournemouth scored. The first goal Bournemouth scored.
That went to VR.
Is the rule, if it comes off the arm of the guy that scores of an attacking player, the goal doesn't stand. Guess what they did in the VAR? They show one clip for like how many seconds? They move on, say the goal is given.
But they said that they couldn't establish an angle.
But
that's what they said.
No, I hear it now. I hear it now, but
that clearly shows that the ball comes off the player.
My brother, I can show you a clip now. You go see him. If I can see it, relax now. What I'm saying is,
they don't have that clip.
I understand you, but the reality is that the angles that these people show, when this PG, that's why this PG have the problem.
Now them been tell us say, we have social number of cameras in the stadium that work with this. Like all of a sudden you're telling me, we have only this one.
That when situations happen in a football pitch,
you don't have cameras.
It's only this one angle we have.
Online people can produce angles of
the ball clearly came up.
But a whole league cannot produce angles.
Only AFCON could enter say VAR monitor off.
Of course now.
You get.
That's what I'm saying.
By the way, the use of VAR AFCON has been funny.
It's been
that goal
last time it was better, but
that goal was a goal. I don't know if you don't know the rules, but if person still in half, even if he in their head, he's still like the person is still on side.
By the way, Cameroon should come out fast.
They know
If you are not past the halfway line, it's not offside.
They don't count. They say na offside.
Could have playing who in knockout stage?
I don't know.
Could have playing who again? Please come out quickly and come back.
They play. Will size in the
Burkina Faso
life.
No, Burkina Faso are winning. That's my country.
But when I talk and people say they talk nonsense, that almost say all these countries they get players pass us. All this one where they make mouth say we get players. All these players.
Ivory Coast are playing Burkina Faso.
Yeah, Burkina Faso are winning. That's the Traore country.
They are winning. Win most.
My right hand side is suffering.
Winners chapel.
Fantastic. You get.
No, that one feel happen, Sha. Because
they come on for after I look them say when I rest
because
resting for us, please.
They're resting for the round of 16
for the long Premier League season ahead.
If na say they near each other now, as the rest time, if you go play Man U game, come back.
There's one story that happened last AFCON that I cannot forget. I think it's one of the legendary stories of all time. There's a player that played for Leicester. I think he's still at Leicester. Abdul Fattah.
Yeah. He's still
Ghana called him to come and play. Listen now.
You don't know the story.
Ghana called him to come and play at the AFCON. He said, please, that they should excuse him, that he wants to build, that he has momentum at Leicester. Mm-hmm. To build, let the momentum his club career, please. He begged. In all fairness, not like he was arrogant. He asked to be excused. The day AFCON starts, now that day he play match, he collected red card, 3-match ban, and the red card was going to, like, the next time he was going to play was the day after AFCON final. Ghana people say, they carry African food when they play.
It happened to Okoye too now. It happened to Okoye too now. Okoye collected red card the first day or so of the AFCON.
Was it a 3-match ban? He's going to miss 3 games.
I think,
Hey! We have struck again.
You carry African food.
Africa. You carry African food.
You carry African food they play.
African food. We've done it again.
You know you can put your bottle before. Put you inside baby like this. Anyway, so we done Chelsea. It's a big story. It's a shocking story.
What a story. They won't have Maresca. They won't have Caicedo. Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sterling go happy now.
That's the thing. Now, when you bring a new manager, anything can happen now.
Is Fofana fit?
Disasi.
But he played against Bournemouth, so he might not play on Sunday.
Oh, Jesus. Rufai, stop saying these things.
Yes, now
So when I won't go collect 3-0.
he plays one game a week.
I just see line of Disasi Sterling.
Oh, God.
I think Chelsea have what they've done, they've eroded or stand a chance to run the risk rather of eroding the progress they've made in the last 8 months.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
totally agree. I think
I think they potentially could do it twice. They were lucky they got away with it the first time because at the end of Poch's reign, Poch started to make some incremental progress. In the last 2 months. Had a fantastic run. They got lucky with Enzo Maresca because before he came, he was an unknown quantity. Right. He's coming. He's shown. For me, the biggest thing he has shown, if he hasn't shown, he hasn't won a Premier League or anything like that. But what he has shown is that in those big games, I can go toe to toe with the big managers. Tactically, you're not gonna outsmart me, right?
So,
but now, so he has taken. So basically, that's what the job has given him, right?
a new update has dropped.
What's the update?
David Ornstein. Enzo Maresca informed Chelsea twice in late October and again in mid-December after post-Everton comments. He was talking to people associated with Manchester City about the City manager position if and when the vacancy arises. So a CFC contract obliged him to do so.
But I told you now. But I said it now before that there's a potentiality. You understand?
Yeah, you
that
can't just
when you start, you've gone,
Making
you
trouble
heard,
like that.
you heard
Yeah.
your own this thing. People will give my flowers on this show. Anyway, that's that. I think we can wrap it up with that.
Yeah.
I just want to wrap up with thought process that Enzo. I think Chelsea would be lucky a third time to get it right again. I wish them all the best. Right, gentlemen. I think it's been a real pleasure, right, to film
pleasure.
on New Year's Day. I think we can put our hands together for that because it's a new year. I wish everybody the best. Everybody in the community. We're on 10.5k subscribers now on YouTube. We want to thank you very much for that. We've got a big announcement coming up in January. Hopefully, we can surprise everybody, and we would. I mean, everybody's in the New Year says big things are coming, but I promise you that we've got something up our sleeves. So IBK, I want to thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, on Monday. Thank you very much
Pleasure,
indeed.
pleasure.
Regards to the missus,
Absolutely.
Luckily Rufai,
Yep.
Wale, and every single one who watches and shares our podcast. We will see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Always a pleasure to have you on the Hindsight Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment. We'd just like to have your thoughts shared on the Hindsight Podcast. It's great fun for us recording this one, and we also love to hear from you as well. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your messages, your comments. See you again in the next episode.